Okay, good evening, folks. It's just after 9 o'clock on Monday, the 7th of June 2010. Just going to do a quick rundown on these charts. Any chart that I don't cover, you can just refer back to the weekly analysis because that'll still be valid. I'm just going to run through the ones that have actually made any significant moves today and see where we're lying on them. So we start on this euro pound. As I said in the weekly analysis, we've made this 9 count buy setup now, and we were approaching that weekly level, which 82.17, which I suggested to take back if anyone has any running trades going on from the euro pound system there. So I suggested to take some profits on the 82.17, then the 80.11. So we've actually hit that 82.17 today. We've been as low as 82.10, and so that's the weekly bat now broken. So that turns the market bearish on a weekly basis, which is quite a big development for this market. So I mean, going forward anyway, we're still waiting obviously on the thrust bar on this daily setup and the thrust bar on the weekly setup. So I'd imagine somewhere in around this area, I'd imagine we'd start to see a bounce, because obviously looking to get 25% retracement before the trend continues. We're going to make the second daily Fibbo target, and we're only on bar 4 on a monthly, so we can have a bounce from here and still continue down to complete the 9 count. So yeah, just keep a close eye on that. Looking through the 5 minute thing today, system there, we had a long which would have been stopped, triggered in somewhere there, stop loss about 31, maybe a wee bit more pips. It only made it up about 18, possibly 19 pips, so it was more than likely a stop out. And then the sell trade stop loss, sort of 24 pips. That would have made you profit there of 20 pips. So one stop loss today and one target plus break even. So small loss on the day. It's the first one for a while really on this euro pound breakout system. But yeah, so overall on this euro pound, still waiting to see thrust bars on the daily and the weekly. So we'll just wait for them to form before thinking about getting involved here. Okay, a quick look at this pound Swiss franc now. We've completed the 9 count sell setup. Basically, sort of failed around that 7,000 level again and made the thrust bar on the Friday. You can see today we've actually covered most of that thrust bar. Had a wee bit of a failure. It's actually an inside day today, but you can see that 1.6913 level I had marked out. You can see the high today was 1.6913. I mean, in terms, I didn't really recommend to take any kind of signal on that, but I mean, you can see on the high today. I mean, there wasn't really a great deal. There's a 30-minute signal, quite a big bar though. Nothing on the hourly, 4 hour either. It's been a fairly messy day, really, on this pair. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's an inside day as well. But personally, I'm not really prepared to risk so much. I mean, 155 pips here is the range from today, and yeah, it just doesn't really excite me too much. But I mean, it does look like we could possibly be seeing some weakness coming through. Having covered that bar and failed around the high, we could well see some weakness coming into this market. Just interesting, I just wanted to kind of have a look at that. We're on the ninth bar of the sell setup here on the weekly, and we have failed that monthly level. So I mean, yeah, I might wait to see how this one develops. I mean, it could be worth trading the low of today, the breakout of the low today, because we are hanging up quite high. We've had the sell setups there. We're on the ninth bar on the weekly as well, so could see some weakness. But at the moment, anyway, I just wish I was here more intraday to get more involved in these charts instead of just doing the sort of nightly stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not, so we'll have to see. But if any of you guys, basically, I do think we'll see some weakness here. So if you can find any kind of opportunities, then good luck to you. But yeah, we'll move on. Yeah, to this pound yen. As I said on Friday, well, actually on the weekly analysis I did for this pair, having made this big bearish thrust on Friday, it kind of was going to cancel out the whole 9 count sell setup that we were looking to form, which I hoped we were going to get up to the 139.50, but obviously that's kind of gone now. And actually, if we look at this, I mean, I had these two levels marked out today. Again, I wasn't really sort of recommending to sell them. I mean, taking them on a full daily basis, your risk was like 300 pips. Going on the full thrust. There wasn't really a great deal here on the DeMark front either. Really, I don't think today. It's a 30-minute setup there, an hourly setup, which kicked in. Actually, it's 1800 UK time there, which has followed through quite well so far, maybe 60 pips. Um, but yeah, it's just interesting to see we're going to fail these two levels. That's a pretty bearish situation there for the pound yen, I would think. Not being able to hold above this 133.19. I mean, when you're looking at these charts, you got to kind of view it. During the day when prices hanging above these levels. I mean, the kind of psychology you got to have is that you got to be looking at it as in like the price is most likely not going to be able to hold above here, for the rest of the day, because the close is the most important thing. Where we close is the most important thing. So I mean, looking at this, I mean, let's say like 1400, 2 o'clock, 1600 there, pretty bearish looking candle coming in. This is the level I was looking, obviously, that we weren't going to hold because it was removed to the close, and then you see the weakness coming in on the back of that. That's the kind of sort of psyche that I try to look at the markets on, that kind of stuff. But obviously, as I keep saying, I'm not actually here at the moment, so I'm doing my best to kind of try and pick out these directions for everybody. But I'd rather be actually here to be trading them with you. Um, yeah, nothing really happened on this pound dollar today either. Pretty quiet. And yeah, onto the US CAD. We'll be looking at this one when I got in. I'll just get rid of the Sunday bar on this one. Yeah, so again, going back to the similar sort of thing as the pound yen, obviously this double 571, 550 level was what I was looking at to hold to the close today. So again, when price is below there and you can see signs of a bounce forming, then you have to start to think, obviously the price isn't happy being down there going into the close. The bulls, if you like, want to hold that level to the close to show that they mean business. So I mean, we go through the kind of time frames, and I mean at the time I did mention before there was obviously the setup, the first setup here, which we were down below the level, would have made your TDST level break even later on. There was another signal here which would have been stopped. Then there was a final signal here on the 5 minute, which is maybe about 22 pips risk, while we were still below that level. And at that time, if you look at the charts, 1825. So at that time we would have been on the hourly. 1825 was the 8th bar of the buy setup on the hourly. So you could start to anticipate a bounce. Obviously, I plan to kind of maybe take a 5 minute setup later on because obviously I've not been here. So that's when I planned to enter, but it just came back for literally 15 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, 10 minutes, and then it just had a big burst up. So we probably missed that one. But again, hopefully this is maybe explaining things a wee bit better on the whole sort of DeMark front. And quickly I'll just go over the US dollar yen. Yeah, so I'll be really quick here. I decided to cancel the sells here because we'd actually already made the TP1 before it was triggered, but actually it's turning out like it actually looks like quite a good trade. But on the DeMark front again, there was the opportunity again because we were on the 9th bar of a sell setup when we touched that level, which obviously I wasn't here, unfortunately, and I'm actually running out of time right now, so I better stop or this video won't be able to go up. So, but yeah, just take a look at it. There you go, it's another sell setup. So I didn't want to risk the full daily amount, but on the DeMark stuff it was still a go. Okay, cheers.